Grade 8 Vegeta is not that hard, you just suck. If anything, Goku Black and Zamasu in the 1v5 against the Ginyu Force are more difficult. Not gonna lie, he kind of cooked. Yeah, he shot frame 1. You know what I did? Dodge. So Sparking Zero is a game that is definitely taking over everything. But I ain't gonna lie, people have a lot of shit to say about the game. You know, some people farm it up to say it's just pushing square. And then some people have genuine, but still shit, hot takes about the game. So ladies and gentlemen, this is your chance. This is your moment. We are here to discuss your Sparking Zero hot takes. And let's see what are like after a week, after the nostalgia glaze or whatever is gone. Let's see how you guys truly feel about the game. Sparking Zero has the best writers compared to other games / other shows. If I'm being bold, they probably have better writers than the ones that do the show. It's like they understand how things flow and work better than most. Okay, so I don't think that they have better writers than, you know, Toriyama. But I will say it's a level of genius, I'd even say. I'd go as far as say even genius that, like, yo, these niggas is like very creative with the shit. They didn't just give us a fan service pop shit like, oh, Gohan Black or oh, Tapion's canon or some shit like that. And one of them I completely just made the fuck up. But like, they didn't do shit just for vibes. Like, they gave us a story and a mission that like you would think was like filler or fuck, but then it led down this crazy domino effect and it actually made sense. So I do think that there's certain levels of genius, certain levels of passion towards this team, but I wouldn't say they are better writers than the original team. That's kind of crazy. Grade 8 Vegeta is not that hard, you just suck. If anything, Goku Black and Zamasu in the 1v5 against the Ginyu Force are more difficult. Not gonna lie, he kind of cooked. I didn't get it. I didn't get the grade 8 Vegeta shit. Yeah, he shot frame 1. You know what I did? Dodge. And I just moved out of the way. Just moved the hell out of the way. Honestly, I just went sparking and literally just punched him in the face. And it wasn't even like he had super armor. I just kept hitting him in the face and the nigga just fell. If you go back when I first played it, people were shocked. And I think if you were in the stream, you'll definitely understand where I'm coming from. There were like predictions on how many deaths do I die to this nigga, anything like that. I'm pretty sure I beat him first try. Maybe it was second try. It was a long stream. But I'm pretty sure I just one-tapped this nigga. Like, it was not that hard. Now, I'll say this. The harder quest for me easily was the one where I was Zamasu. I had to fight, I believe, Goku, Vegeta, and then Trunks. But then I was trying to beat the game. So I had to have Trunks hit me with a spirit sword or whatever the fuck, or I fail. That mission was infinitely harder. Because I literally not only had to beat the other two fast enough to make sure that Trunks doesn't just not show up, but then I had to beat the other two fast enough and then survive with a ton of health to allow them to, you know, do the move. And mind you, Trunks might just miss. If for whatever reason Trunks misses, then I have to wait for him to charge up, spark up, and do it again. Mind you, I basically have to be on defense the entire time. That shit was a lot harder than the grade 8 Vegeta. I'm sorry. I'm not gonna say I don't get it because he does seem very annoying, but I don't know. I did not understand how that was the trending one. Even the mission he's talking about, the Ginyu Force one, was pretty tough as well. I think there was one where I had to like 1v5 somebody with Jiren. If someone knows what I'm talking about in the chat or comment section, let me know. That one was hard too. But yeah, I would say the niche conditions were harder than grade 8 Vegeta. I don't understand the grade 8 Vegeta was like hard to beat thing, but I don't want to sound like I'm this omnipotent Sparking Zero god guy. I just didn't see that. A lot of what ifs in Sparking Zero with its closure fights, character growth, and endings are better than the original canon material. So yeah, I knew this was coming. I'm not going to sit here and this isn't me hating on Sparking Zero. This isn't me glazing the franchise, but no, we're used to a story. So it's easier to see something that goes in a different direction and just claim it's better. And what I mean is, there may be a thing or two from Sparking Zero. Hell, there may be a thing or two from your favorite parody, shout out Team 4-Star, where, yeah, you genuinely think the fans got it right, enhance the content. To imply like majority, let alone a lot, nah. For example, you have to be a flaming Vegeta fan to sit there and tell me the Cell games were better on how Vegeta's story went. Like, come on, that's not true. You're not gonna tell me that the way they told the Cell games is worse than, hey gang, Vegeta's just going to beat Cell frame 1. You feel me? Or like, sure, the idea of Goku turning Super Saiyan against Great Ape Vegeta, but you're not gonna tell me that with a straight face that that's better than how it happened on Namek. No, it's more hype, it's newer, it's sexier, if you will, but it's not better. That's kind of crazy. I think Sparking Zero, it does a fantastic job with what ifs. I think Sparking Zero is like literally in the Xenoverse tier of what ifs. At this point, pick your poison. But nah, I'm not gonna sit there and just say, oh yeah, Sparking Zero just has so many things that are just straight up better than the original canon material. I know people want to see everything in Dragon Ball, but I love how the story mode skips some of the filler fights. This game has a nice balance of story, exposition, and fighting. I 100% agree. I'm not gonna lie, 200% agree. As a person that played Kakarot, it got to a point, it gets to a point, yo gang, this is like your 200th Dragon Ball game. I understand that you want certain moments to be in the story, like Kakarot not having the final flash. The fuck? You feel me? But simultaneously, do we need to have Goku versus Raccoon when in the anime he one-tapped Raccoon? Do we need Vegeta versus Pui Pui when in the anime he one-tapped Pui Pui? Or do we need a fight that literally didn't happen in the show all the time? No. So I think like at the end of the day, and granted, Sparking Zero had an advantage because the way that their story mode is, it's character exclusive, so your character wasn't there for it, you're not gonna get it. But even if it told the entire story, I actually did like a ton of the pacing. There were some times where I was like, damn, I wanted to fight that one. Or damn, I thought I would fight that one. And sure, yeah, sometimes it could skip a little too far. But if I had to give it a thumbs up or a thumbs down, it's definitely a thumbs up. Kakarot is kind of like, I'm not saying Kakarot's a bad game in any way, shape, or form, but Kakarot is like the opposite end where, okay, everything is not a fucking fight, dog. I fought Kid Buu like 5 times. The 6 character POVs for the story is really cool, and the what ifs are insane, but BT2 is still the best for the canon story. Yeah, I don't think that in terms of sticking to the canon story, that this is the GOAT. That specific lane, the specific lane of, hey, tell me the story of Dragon Ball, Sparking Zero is not your game. For that, Sparking Zero is not your game. Absolutely not. You can do it. You absolutely can do it. But then one, if you were, let's say, a new Dragon Ball fan, you wouldn't even know what is canon. you literally wouldn't know. Someone would have to explain to you, or you would have to catch on that the arrows are the canon shit. You could just find out that, hey, you played a what if all along. Some of you niggas probably is just sitting there not even knowing who the hell Zamasu is because you didn't make it that far. You did the Vegeta what if he killed Cell? That was it. No Buu Saga. So yeah, I do think also even the scenes that we see there, yeah, there's certain scenes that it's like, okay, BT2 even did better than that. And shout out BT2, that's my favorite one. But like, or was my favorite. I love Sparking Zero. But like BT2, BT3, Kakarot, whatever game you could argue for story, there's a lot of games that tell the canonic story of Dragon Ball better. It's just that was never Sparking Zero's purpose. And that's fine. Dragon Fist on Super Saiyan 4 Goku is mid as fuck. Very underwhelming character to play. Damn. This is on y'all. I don't use GT Goku and transform to Super Saiyan 4, and I don't use Super Saiyan 4 Goku. Actually, I'll just Google it. Punch to the gut. Yeah, it's like the one he gives Ice Shamron. Yeah, it's the one he gives Ice Shamron. I don't think that's ass. I don't think that's ass. I mean, I would say this, the one on Super Saiyan 3 is cooler. Absolutely. I don't think that's ass. But it's the one that gives Ice Shamron. I don't think that's bad. I think it's pretty accurate. Unless you like are just numb to a fucking shining gold dragon, then I guess. But yeah, I don't think it's ass. Definitely think they do a cooler one with Super Saiyan 3 though. I'll give you that. I don't got the game until tomorrow, but what I saw during the marathon stream, shout out to the marathon stream. Shout out everybody in the marathon stream. That was all time. My only hot take that I have is Gohan in the What If Super Saga should have gone Beast or Trunks unlocked Super Saiyan 3. Nah, I think they did fine. I think there was no reason. The closest thing that me and my chat were discussing is should Gohan Black have had like Rose or something like that? Because I mean, he is you know, God Key in there or whatever. And it's like, yeah, but it's not on Super Saiyan. It's on Potential Unleashed, and his key signature is already different. So like, what do you transform? What do you do after that? Do you just make Gohan Black go Beast or whatever? So as Beast would have been cool, maybe maybe in the tournament of power, because that version of Gohan is very fucking strong. But I don't think in the Gohan Black Saga, and I'm pretty sure that's where that one ended at some point, I don't think he should have went Beast. But if I'm misremembering the what if, and I could be, again, I streamed for 3 days. If that Gohan had a story all the way up to the tournament of power, yeah, that's not the worst thing. Now, I don't agree with Super Saiyan 3 Trunks at all, being said. All right, so here's the other side of it. Grade 8 Vegeta is the hardest boss in the game. Yeah, I just, I think there were clearly stronger fights, harder fights there. Hell, even being Jiren fighting MUI Goku was like more difficult for me. Just don't see it. Chaozu, Yajirobe, and Babidi are top tier characters. Nah. Yajirobe maybe. Babidi, Chaozu, nah. Yajirobe is 2 DP, has sensu beans, actually has pretty easy strike rushes to hit. I mean, he's Yajirobe, so he has survivability. Babidi and Chaozu, nah. But Yajirobe actually has some. And that's not me underrating Chaozu. I know there's a Chaozu main out there somewhere. There's a Babidi main out there somewhere. Cool. But Yajirobe actually, I think, is pretty good. This one's funny. I don't know if this guy went twice, but he lucky if he did, because this one's funny. That the Dependable Son timeline is the best in the game, right next to Goku and Vegeta teaming up. Dependable Son was good. I can't lie. As toxic as it was, Dependable Son was damn good. I do also like the one where Vegeta was a rival to Goku on Namek, beating Frieza and turning Super Saiyan. That one was fun as well. Sorry if I'm spoiling for you all, but y'all be fine. So far, the soundtrack compared to BT2 and BT3 is meh. Yeah, the soundtrack's okay. I'll say that. If you have to micro-critique Sparking Zero, soundtrack's okay. It has some iconic themes in there, but it doesn't have enough, right? Like, it has the Tournament of Power one, but it doesn't have, like, the Ultra Instinct one, unless I'm misremembering it. There's, like, a lot of iconic shit they could have played if you're gonna have things like the goddamn opening in there. By the way, I'm scrolling over a lot of Grade 8 Vegeta takes. Comment below if you think Grade 8 Vegeta is an easy or hard fight. There's a lot of people that are literally just saying not one of two things, that he's either the hardest boss in the game or the easiest person to fight. We need more outfits. Most of the Z fighters are cool, but why the hell does 80% not have a single outfit? Let me drip out my characters. You know, they're gonna say he's nitpicking, but I don't hate it, because we'll do the what ifs and like you don't have like Gohan Black, for example, isn't playable. I know that sounds like a, oh my god, stop bitching, bro, but like, why isn't he? You made the nigga. So like, you feel me? There's a couple of things, but the game's obviously has a lot more shit to drop. They do even have, like, for example, me, when I run Goku and Teen Gohan, if someone in chat just wanted Goku and Saiyan armor, that's actually what I do with my Goku and Teen Gohan at times. Depending on my team, I put them in the time chamber armor. So yeah, I think customization is something easy for them to do and something they probably should continue to do. Yeah, I agree. The shit is just Budokai with better Budokai. The shit is just Budokai with better graphics, literally. After the first month, the shit basically loses replayability. Well, it's been a week and I ain't stopped playing it, so we'll find out. I guess we'll find out. I heavily disagree, though. I think that the combos in the game are like simple enough for many people to try to get into it, but also complex enough and so timing based that a lot of people are also not going to try and get to it. Therefore, the game's going to be very skill based for a hilariously long time. 1, 2, they've made defense probably the hardest thing in the game. So it's okay for some people who just sit there and block and counter, but how good are you from protecting your back? And I know that sounds crazy for the AO culture niggas out there, but for those that know what I'm talking about, you get that. I forgot what it's called, but when you flick up and get square, a lot of niggas that can do that shit, yeah, that's a deal breaker. That probably, being able to do that probably will get you in B rank off rip. So like that ability alone to get you in B rank there. I think there's a lot of things in Sparking Zero that, like, if you're, and I'm not gonna be this will get good your ass kid or whatever thing, but like I feel like there's a lot of things that, like, if you don't give a fuck for real, you play the game like once a month, yeah, you're gonna be like, okay, it's just push square, okay, it's not gonna be that addicting or anything like that. But if like you're a motherfucker that, 1, has been waiting on this game, and then 2, you've played Xenoverse, you played Kakarot, you've played Fighters and all these things, you definitely know you definitely notice the differences in Sparking Zero, and yeah, it's definitely gonna last longer than a month. They should keep the DP cost at 15 the same. If motherfuckers complaining, hey man, that's just skill issue. But they should keep the DP cost at 15 is basically his hot take. Yeah, I think you maybe want to buff it. Maybe want to buff it to like 16 or 17, though. Nothing to 20. I think it's very balanced. If you're going to be an asshole to use Whis, who is not even that good, low-key, but if you're going to use a Whis or a Beerus, if you're going to use Fusion, or if you're going to use Goku and Vegeta and, I'm going to get my health back via Fusion, yeah, that should take up like a good amount of your shit. Furthermore, I think that they need to have DP some like a stronger balance in singles. What I mean is, hey gang, you can pick whoever the fuck you want. It's a singles battle. However, if you're fighting with Gogeta, you shouldn't get nearly the same amount of DP as somebody who's in that bitch fighting with Krillin. And not only that, I think that if you're fighting with Krillin and you lose, you ain't losing nearly as much as a nigga that fought with Gogeta and lose. Right now, I think that's one of the bigger issues in the game, more than raising the DP in general or anything like that. So I not only agree with you here that it shouldn't change too much, if at all, but I also think a very valid criticism of Sparking Zero is you gotta fix singles. You gotta reward people. And I know this is gonna sound like a YouTuber thing, because I'm gonna be the nigga that goes in there with what about Videl and singles battles, right? Because I gotta make content. But like, if I dead ass wanted to fight with Videl and I gotta fight Gogeta, goddamn, bro, like, can I not lose 200, 100, whatever the fuck it is? I don't play singles, whatever the fuck it is, versus this and this nigga not make the same 200, 100, like we're using the same character. Come on, gang. That's not even valid for real. I'm not buying until Super Dragon Ball Heroes is unlocked. Well, like the reply, I have to say, gang, you probably not buying the game. Furthermore, I'll give you this. If Sparking Zero wanted to go there, put the Heroes niggas in the game. I'm not gonna lie. If it's going to be a game that is big on character customization, abundance of roster, maybe that's a scorcher. Maybe that's something that's like, I can see people like instantly disagreeing with, but I'm not gonna lie. If it's legal, yeah. But I wouldn't say in any way, shape, or form, to be very clear, I wouldn't say, there should be a segment of people who are literally like, I'm not buying the game until Hero. No. And furthermore, if it doesn't happen, nobody should be disappointed. It's still Dragon Ball Heroes characters, gang. They have a ton of other characters in original Dragon Ball to add. Hell, they have some characters in Z that they ain't add. No. It's not the first thing they do. They have movie characters to add. Vegeta's story stopping at Boo is crazy. Okay, gang, you got me. I wanted to sit there and yeah, that was crazy. You're telling me that there's no what ifs in the Boo saga for fucking Vegeta, especially if you already pulled the trigger and had him beat Cell. You're telling me there's no what ifs for Vegeta in Super? Hey, dickhead. The most obvious what if of all time's right there. Like what if he beats Frieza instead of Goku? Like come on, dog. That was right there. What if he's the one that turns into Super Saiyan God? That's right there. Literally, you could just change the whole fucking dynamic of Dragon Ball Super and make it around Vegeta actually going back and forth or even being head honcho. Yeah, Vegeta being stopped at the Buu Saga, I agree. Complete travesty. That was a miss. Absolutely. Oh, this is crazy. I was just talking about it. Gohan Black should be a playable character. Yeah, he should. He should. They went out of the way to customize the guy. They went out of the way to make him somebody that you fight against. Yeah, he should be custom. He should be a character that we should fight. Or if anything, give Gohan a skin that like edits his moveset that much severely. One of the two. Shouldn't be that hard to do. Sparking Zero's story slaughters Xenoverses. Xenoverses what-ifs, especially in 1, are mostly just if X person was stronger. The good what-ifs are in Xenoverse 2, and those mostly consist of if X person was here. Sparking Zero has Black Gohan, need I say more? I'm glad we got this, man. I'm glad we made it here because, ladies and gentlemen, that's my final hot take. Not too much on Xenoverse. Ladies and gentlemen, I've seen this fly. I'm shocked in the TSO community this hasn't been flying. This is the first time TSO hasn't said the layup line. This is why I wanted to do Sparking Zero hot takes, because I've seen this a lot. I've seen Sparking Zero get compared to X, Y, and Z game, and the Xenoverse wave was starting. It's died down, but it was starting on the, hey, this shit clears the what-ifs there. Look, dog, if you think Sparking Zero is better, fine. we're not going to sit there and act like Dragon Ball Xenoverse doesn't have some of the greatest what ifs in Dragon Ball history. It just does, dog. And it's not even just something along those lines. Even if you must go down the what if list and be like, okay, this one was bro stronger. This one was this person's here. One, we could be dishonest about that and do that in Sparking Zero. Two, and most importantly, I think sometimes, hey gang, they took a lemon, they made lemonade, but then they took it in a completely different direction. That time where Goku was in fucking hell and he fought with, what was it, like adult Gohan in hell with Janemba? That shit was crazy. There's like so many DLC what ifs. That one time in like the demon realm when Goku went UI, that nigga. Man, Xenoverse has fuck you good what ifs at times. Let me be clear. That one time where Goku fell into the spirit bomb against Boo and unlocked Ultra Instinct, hype beast as hell, doesn't necessarily make the most sense, but fuck it, right? So I think Sparking Zero has more, and this is what he's getting at. Sparking Zero has more realistic what ifs, and even when it's fan servicey, it's under realism. Xenoverse has the freedom to just do whatever the fuck it wants, and maybe that's why you think that Sparking Zero is superior. But I will always say, I'm not about to sit there and disrespect Xenoverse because you feel that way. Hell no. Sparking Zero is a great game, but nostalgia carries its flaws that people overlook because, ooh, new Tenkaichi. No, we call the shit out. We call the shit out. I actually think people are downplaying how much Sparking Zero gets called out on and shit. Maybe that's my real final hot take. People call the shit out on Sparking Zero. Niggas don't like the snap vanishing. Niggas don't like, some people don't like the teleporting part, you know, when niggas can teleport for like 30 straight times. Some people don't like that. I don't have an issue with it. You maybe can add more tax to it, but some people, you know, people call that shit out. People were frame one talking about, if someone typed the characters, the first complaint on Sparking Zero was literally 153 characters, more like 81 characters. And it took some people being like, hey, dickhead, there's different movesets, and if you take that logic and do that to every other game, yeah, Sparking Zero has the most characters. But yeah, there were people that definitely talk about Sparking Zero. There's the tutorial niggas talk about how there's glitches in Sparking Zero. When you like have the grab thing, a lot of people are frustrated that when you both grab each other, sometimes your bodies are morphed into each other. You know, there's several things that are complained about in Sparking Zero. People are making fun of it, but I know there's a little bit of truth behind it. That there's only two difficulties in story until you fuck around and beat the entirety of it twice or some shit like that. You know, there's a lot of things that people call out on Sparking Zero. Hell, this video kind of proves that. Yeah, no, I think that Sparking Zero is a great game. Me and you both agree there. I'm not saying you think it's bad, but yeah, no, people hold Sparking Zero accountable. But everybody who talks about the game, yeah, they talk about the game. They talk about its flaws or whatever, and they just still love it because the pros outweigh them that damn badly. But let me know your thought. After Image Strike, yeah, case in point. After Image Strike, niggas don't like After Image in this game. But let me know what you like and dislike about Sparking Zero. Is this your favorite Dragon Ball game of all time? We got some One Piece to watch because it's been a long time since we've done that, right? But take care, stay blessed. We're definitely going to play some ranked matches on this bitch soon. But for now, I'll see you later.